pleased when we have the chance to make a big deal out of marriage, because we understand that marriage is a big deal. It's foundational to our society, foundational to our existence. It's not surprising that people, given nature, become attracted to one another, fall in love, become involved with one another. But what will take them from merely being lovers to being husband and wife, to being spouses, to being lifelong partners, confidants, strengtheners of one another? What will establish joy and peace, fruitfulness in a union? There's much in our life that mitigates against it, much that tends against it. We're changing people. We change as we grow older. The society around us changes. Children change things. Circumstances change. Our families change. Our affections change. How can we build constancy when things change? Then we live in a society where divorce is consideration. Few things go farther in our relationships than just simple kindness and consideration. It's important to try, at least, to constantly keep ourselves in that place of tenderness that Mr. Pugh mentioned, that we don't become so accustomed to each other that we become tired, bored, snappish. I'm obliged to apologize even today to my wife for being snappish. And I should have. It's important that we maintain consideration, because that's the first line. And once we cross that line, what's next? Next, I'd like to commend you the matter of commitment. Not just to one another, because there'll be times when you may not care that much for the sight of one another. You may fall out. You may have any number of things come between you. God grant that it not happen, but given the course of human nature over a lifetime, things do happen. But I pray that you maintain a steady commitment, not just to one another, but to marriage itself, to the ideal, to the nature of home, family, to all the considerations that attach to it. May I finally mention the matter of covenant, because we're assembled before these witnesses, before God, before your separate families, before all of this, to make a covenant, that there be good and bad alike, that you stand firm to one another. That's why this is a public matter, and not something we simply do quietly somewhere else, but we do it as publicly as possible. Make it as formal, meaningful as possible. Attach as much weight as possible, because it's such a weighty matter. And I invite you to commend these things to your recollection when things are good or bad, but give marriage its proper weight, because you're no longer separate. You're one, and more than one.